I know you gonna dig this.
Get funky with me.
What's going on, everybody? How you doing today? Here I am in Goldfield, Nevada at Goldfield Cemetery. And it's a very, very old cemetery, as you can see. We're going to take a look at a few interesting graves. I'm here to see one specific gentleman. Someone you've probably never heard of. I've known about his grave for a while now. This is the middle of the Nevada desert. This is a tiny town. There's not even a gas station, I don't think, in this town. But it's welcomes disc golfers, it says on the sign. So, disc golfers, this is the place to be for you. It said when I was in another town, Tonopah, not far from here, it said no gas going this way for 95 miles. I only went like 20 miles, but so maybe there's no gas station in this town, but it's kind of hustling and bustling over there behind me. There's lots of houses and not lots. I mean, that's the town here. What you see right there, that's the entire town. I thought there would be a gas station. At least there's a couple. There's actually like a 2 or 3 story building there. I don't know. But we're here, and I'm not sure where this grave is. This is going to be difficult to find. Did not expect to see spruce or a fir, or whatever that is. Fun fact about me, this video is not about me. They're always about the places I go to, the people I see, that sort of thing. I do not like, actually I hate coniferous trees. I really don't like them. I love Joshua trees. I love deciduous trees. I don't like coniferous trees, and I feel that this tree is so out of place here. But if it's here for a reason, for someone who's planted here, then I like it. But I just don't like coniferous trees. That Joshua tree is beautiful. So let's take a look around. And I'm going to show you the grave of a gentleman who had to have had an interesting life, had to have possibly a sad life, or possibly this really didn't happen. We're going to find out together. Well, I don't know if we're going to find out, actually. Now that I think about it, I don't know. So the sign here is very, very interesting. I had to look at it. I got to keep watching the ground because there are snakes out here. Rattlesnakes. Goldfield's first cemetery history. The original cemetery was located within the city of Goldfield until 1908. The city of Goldfield. During Goldfield's March of Progress, the Las Vegas and Tonopah RR company ran its main line alongside the graves in order to place its terminal as close to the business district as possible. There's a business district. I believe it's that building that has more than one story. The train company didn't want passengers stepping off the train onto graves, and the city didn't want graves near its largest hotel. Again, that could be it. That one right there. That one right there. So, a group of men known as official ghouls unearthed the remains late at night, moving them to this cemetery. So, what? So, because he went for 1954. So in 1908, anybody who died 1908 or before, the remains were moved here. But there's still, I can see right here, here's 1905, Oh, in loving memory, baby Brian. A little dog there. Remember our little stuffed dog? He's seen better days. He's missing an eye, but he's watching over baby Brian. That's sweet. Don Heath, 2022, co-founder of Radio Goldfield, voice of the Old West. Wow. Isn't that interesting? Nice. I've seen these before. These other ones. Gunshot wound in memory of Mrs. Anna Sop Parkinson, age 32. Gunshot wound. Wow. It's a vast. This is one of the bigger desert cemeteries I've ever seen. So we got our work cut out for us. I'm not exactly sure where the grave is that I'm looking for, but I think it might stand out. I don't know for sure. Let's take a look. Not sure what the difference is. Another sign there says Red Heart Cemetery. And then an old one on the ground. I just passed it. Also says Sacred Heart. Not sure why. Huh. Let's drive around. Okay, so we're at the very back of the cemetery, and here's Elk's Rest. The grave I'm looking for is supposedly way past this, behind Elk's Rest in the southeast corner. I did not realize it was going to be this big and this difficult. But I think it would be back here. Southeast corner. There must be more graves all the way back around. Oh yeah, there are. Look, you can just see them all the way back there in the southeast corner. The cross up there. Okay, we gotta get over there. Wow. These are some older graves here for sure. They don't even say anything on them. There's just rocks. It doesn't look like there's any graves on that side. But I thought it was like a larger one that I'm looking for. Trying to walk through somewhat of a path here. It has red writing on it. So if you spot it, oh look at the fallen Joshua tree. If you spot the red writing, let me know. Yell it out. I thought it was a big rock. I'm sure it was red writing. General James Murphy. Oh, here I can get a better overview of it if I look from this way. There's red writing there, but that's not it. William Smith, Arthur. It's definitely what the picture looks like that I've seen of it. Oh, wait. No. Huh. Unknown man. For what I know, the gentleman who I'm going to be seeing, they don't know his name either. But he's got an interesting story for sure. I found him. He's right over here. And he is an unknown man. See lots of names. W.H. Kelly, Charles Collins, Alan Wilcox, Davenport. And then here, unknown man. July 14th, 1908. This gentleman passed away. He died from eating library paste. So I've come a far distance to visit you, man. I've come a long way. Because I want to find out. Well, I want to see. I don't think I'm going to find out. I don't think anybody knows why you ate library paste. That was your last meal. I don't think it was intended to be, brother. So the story is, this gentleman was a vagrant, as the terminology was used back then, wandering the streets of Goldfield, like that, in 1908. And he was rummaging through the trash of the local library for something to eat. The best thing he came across was a jar of paste, book paste. What's interesting is, I didn't know this about, okay, well, I don't know much about paste, really. I don't know anything about paste. Glue. It would have been sweet, because the way it was made back then, it was made with flour, water, and 60% aluminum. But it's also deadly, as he found out. So the legend goes that when the townspeople found this gentleman, he was a drifter. And they just buried him here in the Pioneer Cemetery. Well, I guess it would have been the one across the street. Or possibly here, it's 1908 when they were all moved. It could have been right around. This could have been his original or secondary one. I think it's probably the original. And they wrote that on it. Unknown man died eating library paste. Now it does look kind of new, but apparently people come in and refill them. Like the lettering. It's faded. But they all are. So some people say it's just a prank, but they're all like this. Some of them are darker than the others, and people look like just the cemetery or volunteers possibly come and, rewrite them. Rewrite what was written originally. What is that? 115 years ago. Don't eat glue. Still, I don't know what kind of advancements they've made in glue. Don't eat it. I was talking to a friend of mine in Toronto, and I told her what I was doing, coming out here, and she was like, what? And I said, well, as a kid, we all ate glue, didn't we? Elmer's glue. Was Elmer's glue in the States and around the world? Elmer's glue, the white paste, And she goes, well, no, we put it on our fingers, and we like to, pull it apart. I said, maybe we like to smell it. But I remember, there's always stories about kids eating glue and eating paste. I don't know if I ever did, but of course we all smelled it. And then, people sniffing glue. I don't know. That's a thing. But because little kids, we all like the smell of Elmer's glue, I think. When I think about it now, it's kind of, ew. So I was thinking, didn't we all eat glue? Maybe once or twice we tried it? Why would we try that? I feel like all kids do, though. Definitely, I remember the smell. I could picture the smell, if that makes sense. I didn't know that he was, before yesterday, I didn't know that he was a drifter that was hungry and looking for food in the back of a library. I thought he was a gentleman that died because he liked eating glue. That was what I thought. Until I read more of the story, and I was like, oh. He was hungry. That's sad. I pictured like him, like, I don't know where I pictured him, like just being somewhere, somebody using glue, and him being like, just kind of like looking over at it and being like, oh, smells good. That smells real good. And I'm like, you gonna finish that? Finish what? The glue. Yeah, I'm done using it. Oh, good. You know what I mean? That's what I pictured. He's just like, people would just be like, okay, I thought he was like the town guy that eats glue. We all have one of those in our town, right? But no, he was a drifter, and he was hungry. And he ate glue. Back then, you would have thought somebody could go in, there wouldn't be that many, go in, get a free meal. He was rummaging through a dumpster, and he found a jar of book paste. Sad. I thought it would be because I did a video about Captain, the guy that served biscuits on the bow. He had during a lightning storm, him and his sons and some crew members were out on a boat, It's off Rhode Island somewhere. I did it last year, I think, or maybe this year. And he went up to the bow during a lightning storm on a silver platter serving biscuits. And he got struck by lightning. He died. The biscuits survived. Everybody else did as well. And so I had some fun with that because, what will you think is serving biscuits on the bow? I'll put a link to that video below. Yeah, I kind of had a field day with that one. And this one I thought, well, this is a funny story too, kind of, because graves, I do them so much, and I take them very seriously, and it's a very serious subject. And everybody here has a story. It was loved someone else. You know what I mean? I thought, well, I'll tell this guy's story and have a little fun with it, because he made a big mistake. But it changed when I found out he was, just a vagrant, just a poor guy on the streets. And all he could find to eat was library paste, book paste. So it's not too funny. I mean, it's been 115 years. We use it as a cautionary tale now. Don't eat library paste. I think we've advanced a society where maybe we know that. Maybe some kids don't. So kids, if you're watching, if you're young and you're watching this channel, first of all, what? Second of all, don't eat glue. Don't sniff it either when you get a little older. Huff some gasoline, sure, but don't sniff glue. Don't do that either. I'm kidding. Look at them. And if you watch my channel, or if you're new, but if you watch my channel, you know that I leave a rock at graves I go to. It's a sign I've been there. A sign of respect. For many reasons. You can read up on it for many reasons. It's a Jewish tradition, and it's a beautiful tradition. And I follow it, but I brought something else. I picked up some glue, buddy. I'm going to put it right there. How's that? That looks like it's going to fall. I could glue it to the wood. It's some super glue. Hey, recovery, beautiful rocks. Little bit of glue for them. That's not to be facetious or, it's just a little sign. I'm hoping to think that, well, wherever he is, he can laugh about it now. Hopefully a little happier, doing better. Don't eat this glue, man. Don't eat it. There he is, unknown man that ate library paste. His last meal, rest in peace. Unknown man died eating library paste. Again, July 14th, 1908. Right over here is Martin Rower, gunshot by deputy sheriff in 1908. So this is the oldest part. I think these are the ones that were moved. 1908. And then the cemetery, as you see right around there, cemetery grew up around this. And that's a noise I don't need to hear again. Oh God, that sounded like a rattle. Yeah, let's get back over to the other road for a moment. Yeah, I've come over onto the main road. I was just getting off, it's not an interstate. Like the snake's gonna stop right here and be like, "Oh, sorry, dude. Yeah, you're on the main road. You're good now. You're safe. I was gonna bite you when you were on this side, but now that you've crossed over here, you're good. Do as you wish." Oh, snakes aren't thinking that. What the hell? Did you hear that? I wonder if that caught on camera. I don't know what that sound was. And if it was a snake on a camera or something, I don't like the sound of it. You hear me? I've been attacked by a rattlesnake once in near Death Valley. It's not fun. Rest in peace, bruh. Rest in peace, my man. And to everybody here. Oh man, a lot of fallen Joshua trees too. Seems apt in this area. Seems appropriate. Everything, most of the vegetation around here is just looking 115 years ago. These guys, everybody here, these people, not these guys and ladies, guys and gals, men and women, here, moved here. And the one guy, so hungry he ate library paste. Rest in peace. Everybody here, rest in peace to the man that ate library paste. Don't eat library paste. Thank you everyone for watching. Love you all. Peace.